YouTube family, this is Tina from Mama of 2+5, and today I'm going to take you outside. Yesterday we had an amazingly beautiful day here in the great state of Ohio. Problem was, it was so beautiful. Brad was, let's get this done, this done, this done, this done. He had us moving all over. He's so ready to be outside and get into football. It's it's just ridiculous. And he does coach, so I mean, I understand, but it's like, oh my gosh, you're killing us all. Maddie, stop. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take you out and show you what we've got started. Remember, like I said, I live in Ohio, so 1 week it can be summer temperatures, 70s and 80s. The next week it can be back down to 30s and 40s. And that's kind of what's gonna happen here. We had 68 degrees yesterday. It was gorgeous, and we were outside, sun shining. Today it's cooler. I still have the windows open, airing the house out. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. But we are airing the house out and getting all that rolling, and then I'll go through and do a good dusting and sweeping and type stuff. But it smells so much better. It smells clean in here. It smells like outdoors, and I am super grateful for that. But I'm going to take you out and show you the stuff we worked on yesterday and what we got done. A lot of it was just your normal spring cleanup. So we spent quite a bit of time out there. Had to make some quick runs here and there to get things picked up that we needed and found that we needed last minute. Like the fertilizer, and then Brad got out his little pusher thing and found that it was broken, so we had to go get a new one. But lots going on, so I'm just going to take you out and show you, because this is, for us, is going to come in stages, because like I said, it was 68 degrees yesterday. It's down to 60 now today, and then next week the highest it's going to get is 55. So it's like we are still hello spring, you know, early spring here in Ohio. As a matter of fact, last weekend we had snow. So, and then this weekend we have almost 70-degree weather. It's no wonder, you know, you can't catch a break and you're sick all the time here. But, excuse me, we are gonna hustle along, move along, and see where we get, and I'll show you everything we got done yesterday. It's a nice start. The problem is, like I said, today it's supposed to start raining. We got some of our grilling stuff uncovered, and Brad's getting the itch to grill. So I'll show you what we've got done. We're nowhere near getting stuff put away and getting everything put back out where we keep it during the summer. And a lot of people are like, why do you set up your yard when you just gotta move it to mow? I'd rather move it and have it look nice than not, so that's why. But like I said, just to start, because this will be coming in sections and chunks, but when it does get nice here, what it seems to do is go from nothing to wow really fast. So we'll keep you posted on that. Spring break's coming up for us, not this coming week, but the following week, and that is when I really want to get started on the sun porch slash my arts and crafts area, my area of the house, and get that all cleaned up, because like I've told you before in other videos, when Alex moved in December, we just threw everything out there in a hustle, and I went out and bought some shelves and stuff really quick and just threw stuff out there. So stuff's still sitting out there on boxes, and there's stacks of paperwork and stuff that I lost where I stored it because I lost my desk. We left that in there for Alex, and so she would have it, and then we turned around, and so I lost all that storage and where I had stuff stored, so now it's just kind of sitting out there to where I just have a small little desk. So, but it needs cleaned up, and there's a table and chairs out there that I want to take to my son and daughter-in-law, get them off there so that they'll have them, so when the weather does get nice, they're able to sit outside and enjoy their new home too. So give me just a few minutes to head outdoors and get that rolling, and we will give you a look around and show you what we've done so far. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Hi, okay, so now that we're outside here, we got the light pole Brad took the light sensor out because as long as the light sensor was in, it wouldn't come on, not even at night. And I think it's just because, I don't know if you can see it here, eventually this gets really, really cloudy, and I don't know if it's just that it can't tell anymore, but we took the light sensor out, and now using flipping the switch, the light does work. It'll just be a case where I'll have to remember. We replaced the lights here around the light pole in the circle, and this has this kind of perennial that comes back every year. It starts out really pokey, almost like an evergreen, and here's actually a thing for it, and it's called a emerald blue. It's a phyllox plant, and it gets these really pretty little purple flowers on them, and it likes sun, lots of moisture, but it'll grow, and then I get like this tall grass that ends up growing along with it, which kind of helps to camouflage the fact that weeds actually grow in there, and I try to keep the weeds out the best I can, but it's kind of hard. But I don't know if it's like from the evergreen family, but it gets really pokey during this stage here. These here are super pokey, and they actually kind of hurt, and so you don't want to step on them in your bare feet. But what we would like to do yet here is take another row, because there's only the one row of brick. Take a second row and put it around, so it'll actually start growing up to get at the sun, and then kind of trail down and over. Then Brad took yesterday the edger and went along the sidewalk and did a nice clean edging, and we have a tree here, and part of the tree is dead and part of it is not. So pretty. So the problem is getting the city to decide that it needs to come down, and not at our expense because it's out here by the street. So we just cleaned up all the branches and things from the winter, and there's still a big one. It's caught, and Brad says he's not going to yank on it because this is one of the branches that looks like it's dead. So hopefully it won't fall on the cars. But we cleaned up the brush that was in the yard yesterday, and we started with cleaning up the flower beds. We put out my wagon and my tricycle, and he fertilized the yard and brought out some other things here. Let me make my way. But the yard, if you look, you can see it's got some patches where it gets super, super green, and then others where it's really, really thin. So he fertilized it in hopes of stopping that. So here's the sidewalk, looking gorgeous now that it's been edged. And then right up the driveway as well. And then we have this little flower bed right here under, there's the bay window. Okay, and then we have this little flower bed, and I always put basket containers out here. So we found these at Walmart yesterday. So he went ahead and potted those, and we found this little basket of bulbs. And then what he'd like to do is, after they grow, actually put them in this bed. Because usually what I do with this bed is I will bury some baskets here every year, and we're going to redo the mulch because we know the mulch looks horrifical. But we've got, he put the lights out, and then I have these two copper looking buckets that sit here right along the door that he will move for me so that I can fill them up with plants. Now last year I tried, and I don't know, we'll see what happens, I put hostas in these and then some plants at the other end. So what I'm hoping will happen is that my hostas will come back, even though they were in a shallow bucket. But we'll have to wait and see because it's still too soon. And then on the other end, I put just some flowers. And then I want to put a welcome sign right here to kind of fill that in, because to me it looks pretty blah and plain. And then here's the wheelbarrow. They're old ones, just I strictly use them for decor. Antiques, I guess someone call them, or vintage. Trimmed back rose bush. My lilies are starting to come up. And then here's my old tricycle. Looking a little rough there. And then here's my lilies. And then here is a bush, and I'm trying to think of what this one is. I need to hurry up and come up so I can remember. And then my wagon, and again I put a couple, 2 or 3 flowering plants in there, and I think this year I would really like to get a fern in there somewhere. And then right here is a hostas plant, and I think some there's another kind of bush in there. But as you can tell, we have so many weeds because the mulch is down to absolutely positively nothing. So we're going to have to get that taken care of here soon. But we want to wait until the flowers are up a little higher yet before we get going on that, because here we are still anticipating some 30-degree nights living in Ohio. So let me know what you guys think. I'm trying to convince Brad into putting some flower boxes under this window and under this window here out front. I just think it'd look so much prettier. But let me know what you think. But these are the kids' bedroom windows, so I just think it would be really pretty under there. And then the hose, there's a rag because we've been filling up buckets and wiping things down today. And then I'll have to take you around back here. Like I said, here in Ohio this next week it's supposed to get down into the 30s and the 40s again. So, and then the air conditioning will be coming out to check that. Now I do not put any flower beds over here because right there's the neighbors, right? And this section is used a lot, as you can tell, to drive through here to, number one, get into his backyard. And a section of this belongs to him, so much off of his house and then so much off of ours. So that's why we don't have, per se, a fence, but we have shocked Maddie, so she knows I don't go over there. And she'll go over here, but you can kind of see where she makes her rounds right here and walks up that way. She won't go around the corner because it'll shock you. Now this is where it gets spooky. Here's all of our grilling stuff and some pots that we uncovered. And then this right here is an umbrella that will be going to the kids. No, that's Brad's Market umbrella. So there's a smaller one that'll be going to the kids when I take the table over. Please don't judge. There's my craft area that got thrown together that's going to get cleaned up. Brad has these 2 milk jug seats with tractor seats on them that they get really hot out here in the summer. So I think I'm going to move those to the garage and then leave this glider here. And the glider is the seats are gonna need respray painted this summer. So we'll get that taken care of. But that way when he's out here grilling and doing his thing, that everything we gotta get everything put away so that everything can be, and we wanna put a small little patio right in here so that when he is grilling and his stuff is sitting on stone rather than directly on the yard. But when he uncovered, of course, stuff got knocked all over and we didn't get that far. And how many of you have this problem? I have flippin' birds constantly trying to make a nest up here in the summer. and in the spring. So then in the summer, I have to go and knock it down. I've even tried putting wind chimes up there, and what they have done is they have broke my wind chimes. The ringer is actually missing out of here. They actually knocked it down, and so unless a good wind comes, it doesn't deter them anymore. But you can see up in there a little bit, and it just drives me absolutely positively nutsoids. But it makes my house look so dirty in this corner. Ugh. And then there's all the remnants that we keep knocking out because we grill over here, and we don't want to get attacked every time we grill. And right here, I don't know if you can see it, is the door that comes off the kitchen, and that is the door I make Eddie take the trash out through. So I don't want them swooping at the house either. So yeah, we've got this giant mess. So we're now making our way to the backyard, and then this trailer, we used it when we moved the kids. So the trailer is now going to get put back over here by the barn and behind the barn, so that it will not be so noticeable. You won't be able to see it. But we've got this little patch back here, and I think that's what I'm going to do with that back there. If I don't, I may turn it into a garden, but I'd rather turn this spot where he had the trailers into the garden versus back there. So back there, the trailer will be out of sight, out of mind, and I'll be good. There's Brad heading to his barn.
Hey, I gotta pick up some football equipment.
Okay. Yeah, it's about that time again. Oh. Now there's the newest item that we bought.
Tell them the good deal you got, baby.
Okay, this thing was $233. $233 at Walmart. I was in love. And I told Brad, I said, you know, that'd be a really nice big spend for me and you when we sit out back. And watch when he sits in this. It has the leg piece, and you take the leg piece and you push like a recliner, and it reclines. Isn't that awesome? And then you can sit out here in a recliner, be comfortable, and it's made, as you can tell, my husband is no shorty. It is made for very tall people. And what is really nice is you can adjust the headrests. These slide, stop moving for a minute. These slide up and down, so you can adjust where the headrest is. So you can tell which one I sit in versus which one Brad sits in, so that your head's rested. The pop holders actually have these little locks, so it actually holds really tight to your can or bottle. It doesn't like my tea bottle because of its shape, but it also has a basket. Now, because it's made out of this like bungee material here, and it was a display model, and because the gal there said because so many people had sat on it, she looked up in the computer to see what kind of discount she could give us. She was able to knock $100 off this thing if I took the display model. So guess what I did? I took the display model. Brad and I sat out here yesterday for probably, what, a good 45 minutes? And, oh, pure bliss, right?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So now that we have this out here, I'm in heaven, because this is what I tried to use last year, and the problem was, number one, I gotta repaint them, and number two, the wood's getting old. But the worst part about it was that there was no shade, and I'm a redhead, so, but I still like them. So we have a little fire pit, and I need to scoot these back just a smidge, but I wanted to keep them in conversation, you know, keep them close enough. But we found when we were swinging in the swing that I had them too close, so I need to scooch them back a bit. And then I think we're gonna just bring out our fire pit and house it right here, because it does have a cover, and I'd really like to start using that. And then it still leaves all that open yard over there and still back here for Maddie. And there's our neighbor who is very good friends with Maddie. He just loves her, which is a blessing because a lot of people don't like big dogs. And then You can tell we were working out here yesterday because it was very sunny and very nice, and I didn't have time to record, but water bottles and everything. But we just put the 2 tables in here at the end of the swing, and then we've got the table in the middle here. So I do have a couple of tables yet, as you've probably seen over here along the edge of the house, that I'll bring out and put. I may have to get one more because it looks like I only have one on each end of the glider here. So in the process of getting the backyard finished up. So and until Brad is able to be here and with me to help move some of this stuff, it just ain't gonna, I can't do it by myself. So, you know, it is what it is, and we'll get it. Because like I said, we've had 2 really, really nice days, and then this next week, it's supposed to get super, super cold out here again. So, yeah. So, but that's what we have so far, and cleaning up the yard. And let me know what you guys think about this over here, because even if I don't put a vegetable garden over here, I'd really like to put some kind of trailing vine up there, and maybe even something like a star or something right here in the middle, to kind of dress that up, because it does kind of look at you and scream. So really cute, really, really cute. So slow and steady wins the race, I guess is how we'll say it. So but that's where we're at currently on the yard, and I'll keep you guys posted. Bird fight, oh no. Keep you posted, because like I said, we still have a lot to go, but it's still too cold to do a whole lot outside yet for us here in Ohio. So keep you guys posted and let me know what y'all are thinking, and I'll continue to enjoy what little bit of time I still have left out here in my swing. So again, oh, one more thing I wanted to ask you guys. We have this little walkway under here, and we're trying to keep it clear, because number one, you get the rainfall off the roof here from the porch, and then it'll hit and we don't want this running right on to the foundation itself, because as you can see, there's a wood piece right here that they used. Oops, sorry. A wood piece right in here. And our pavers here are starting to crumble. And I know it's because of the rain, and because look at this. This guy here he's a horrible, horrible mess. But the downside is it gets covered, as you can see, in leaves, and it doesn't help that right now we've got all the stuff that we uncovered, and Brad started cleaning up, and then we had to run to Lowe's yesterday. But we have all these leaves that get caught up back in here, guys, and I don't know, is there something you guys do? And we've got this little stone ledge, and I think it's because right there is a meter coming into the house, and I don't know, I'm not really sure why. I'm thinking at one point it may have been a flower bed and they filled it in. I don't know. Just put all these stone on top. I don't know, but suggestions on what to do with it, because it is quite a bit of wasted space. And this is our bedroom window. I'm not a huge fan of having the grill right in front of my bedroom window. Yay, what of you? But you know, it is what it is, and I don't want it in front of the family room window either. So, and the nice thing is that these windows do pop open, so if I had to, the screen slide too. I could pass stuff out that way to Brad, but you know, but that's where we're at. So guys, you got any suggestions? Let me know. In the process of getting everything cleaned up now that it's all uncovered and he's kind of got it set up. So yeah, I just got some blank areas that kind of eat at me, my OCD, and one of them is right there. it's like the spot needs something. And so I'm gonna have to find something large enough, and then it drives me nuts that that wire is coming right now. So find something to dress it up and kind of camouflage the wire a little bit. So, but like I said, that's where we are, and I will keep you guys posted and bring you more as we get more done. But I'm liking the little touch of color already. It's gorgeous. It's so cute. And I do think I'm gonna take my gnomes, the larger ones here, and possibly bring them out and do a little, put some ferns and things down here in pots and work my gnomes in. Then I have a smaller set, kind of hard to see here. I do have a smaller set here that are way too small, so I may have to do a second. Now I don't know that you can even see it anymore, but I do have a bucket gnome garden, and I may have to do a second one and then come up with something to put right in the middle. But I really like to figure out how to work it in that I can turn this back into a bench type of a seat situation, but we'll see what happens. And then my watering can, got that out yesterday, and the bottom, I got it for nothing because the bottom's all rusted. So I just sit it on top of the mulch. So right now he has really nothing to grab hold of and sit. So working on finding some more antique-y type looking things to put out here. And so, but we're on our way. Like I said, in Ohio, it's gray and blah out here right now. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll keep you guys posted on what we're doing out here. Thanks, YouTube family. Bye.